Hello everyone, Talkers here, and welcome to excuse me. And welcome to the Nightspire. This is the third part of the Nighthold raid. Well, in LFR anyway. And I wanted to show you guys, I think it's Tichondrius, Croesus, and one other. Tichondrius, Croesus, and someone else, but luckily they've already cleared all the way to the first boss. So we get to skip all the trash and jump right into the fun part. Now we are doing LFR. Fucking A! Haven't seen Tichondrius in a while. Alright, so I believe that the DPS are supposed to nuke the Bloods down so that you guys can tank swap, but it doesn't seem like that's happening. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna nuke the Bloods down, and when the next patch of Bloods come in, I'm just gonna taunt. Fortunately for me, I haven't done this yet in actual normal mode. Actually, it's kind of unfortunate for me, but I'm usually working when my guild is raiding, so I haven't exactly had the time to jump into this raid. Alright, this is like a nightmare mode. I believe this part is just avoid the laser beam and kill the bats. Honestly, I think he's actually going down kind of slow. There are a whole lot of blood. And in all honesty, we're not even going to be killing Tichondrius in the demon world, so it's not like it matters, because he's literally just going to go back to the Twisting Nether and regenerate, and it's gonna, this whole process is going to be a point. It'd be nice if the laser beam killed the bats. Give us a reason to like tank them near it and then just jump out last second. Like that. Oh. See, those bats would have been toast. Alright, then we still got these bloods though. Come on, I want me some of that Taekwondo there. There we go. Now you can. Alright, see, I'm supposed to be running away, but the bloods are right on my ass, so running away doesn't make a difference. There's no point in it. But, I mean, it's Lfr, nobody's following mechanics. Mechanics don't even matter because it's Lfr. There's absolutely no difficulty to it. You just kind of get to see what Tichondrius looks like. You get to see what his basic ability set is. And you get to learn, like, hey, this ability, actually, it doesn't hurt. This ability hurts, but not really. Like, I know in normal mode, you're supposed to, like, separate your DPS so that the pillars don't get destroyed right away. You're supposed to avoid the blood. And how many of those do I have left? I have 3. What does Tichondrius have a chance of dropping? Because I didn't get shit. I intended on saving this for the normal mode raid, but I can get more. Alright, he dropped some leather shoulders, which are way fucking better than mine. In fact, it looks like pretty much everything he drops is better than mine. Yeah, everything he drops is better than mine, so I'm actually going to use an extra roll. And I got, wow, the Fang of Tichondrius. Okay, cool. Well, I got a trinket that boosted my agility by a fuck ton. And both my trinkets are both haste, so. Honestly, it doesn't matter which one I replace. Let's do that. Alright, now we have to go back down, and I believe our next target is Croesus. I only have one piece of legitimate Nighthold gear, and I can't even use it because I got lucky or unlucky enough, depending on which way you want to look at it, to get a legendary helmet for Guardian, and it's a 940, which is fucking awesome. Who doesn't love that? But it replaced my one piece of 870 Nighthold gear. So it was like, yeah, you got a piece of Nighthold gear. Well, now your piece of Nighthold gear is useless. And it was just kind of one of those moments where you're like, come on! I would have taken a legendary of any other piece. Why is it my helmet? I only have one piece of Nighthold gear. So what I'll probably end up doing, because my raid is always, or my guild is always raiding while I'm working, is I'll probably end up, like, randoming the raid. I'll probably end up randoming, pugging, there we go. I'll probably end up pugging the actual raid. So I will be recording the legitimate Nighthold run at some point soon. It'll probably be the next time I'm off work, and it's going to be a straight pug. So it's going to be with just complete 100% random people I don't know nor give a fuck about. My other tank is a Demon Hunter. I have my Rainbow Dash is a Demon Hunter tank. She's a Vengeance Demon Hunter, but I've heard from a lot of people that Demon Hunter tanks are really, really squishy up at max level, like rating and mythic and shit. I heard that they just take all around way too much damage. They're good at healing themselves, but I've noticed that I myself have been. So I switched over to a Guardian Druid. I leveled up my Druid for the purpose of being my Green tank. Number one, I I love Guardian tanking. And number 2, I've heard I also have my warrior, but I don't like my warrior rotation. My warrior is extremely powerful, but I feel like pretty much my whole rotation is ignore pain. And I know that that's not literally my whole rotation. I know I have some other buttons, but I'm hitting that more often than not, and it kind of makes me feel like that's all I'm doing, is waiting for enough rage to hit ignore pain and hitting ignore pain. And it kind of bothers me. So I decided that the best thing to do would be level up my Guardian. Because my warrior was actually my second level of character, but I leveled her up in Fury. And I intended to keep her as a DPS, because I didn't like what they did with Guardian. I love what they did with Guardian Druids. I was in a bad place, but a good place in Warlords of Draenor, where my rotation was use thrash, and rage generation, and like everything in between. But now thrash is on a timer, so it's like thrash, mangle, swipe, thrash, mangle, swipe, and rage regeneration when I need to. But my enrage regeneration actually has a cooldown now, which is, it's different, but it's cool. And I've got these 2 new moves. We have Iron Fur, which is just a straight armor increase defense, and we have Mark of Ursel, which is a magic move. We needed a magic move, so I'm actually really happy. I used to use my Maul, but Maul uses a base of rage now, so I keep it here as kind of a, okay, I need to get some damage, I have waves of rage, I'll pop. It's kind of been moved from part of my normal rotation and moved into like a sub-rotation where it's like, I've got nothing better to do, I might as well Maul. Alright, so we're on our way to Croesus. He's down here. He's a pretty cool boss too. I like it. And then there's only one more boss after him, and it's I just call her the Time. Her name is Grand Magistrix Elisande, or Elisande. Something like that. Croesus drops. Croesus drops his neck, he drops his chest, and he drops a pen. He drops the same way. Mauler. Increase the critical strike chance of Maul by 9%. I don't use Maul. Hold on, wait. There we go. I used it. Can I justify getting it now? No, keep going. So if I get that, that would be the worst possible option I could get. And I would honestly probably use it just to boost my item level. Actually, what does my current relic do? I'm kind of curious now, because I don't even remember what my current relic does. Increased damage dealt by Thrash by 40%. I like that. See, that is super good. So if the question is, can I justify getting that over my current one? No, I really can't. I can't justify it. So if I get it, I'm pretty much going to have to change specializations and hope that it turns into something good for another specialization. Because I won't get rid of my Thrash bonus for a Maul increase. Because I use Thrash pretty much every time it's on cooldown. I use Maul almost never. I am kind of happy I get to kill Croesus here, because it gives me my revenge for Tyrael, and I fucking love Tyrael. He was one of my favorite lore characters. So to actually be able to come up here and fuck this motherfucker up and teach him a lesson makes me... Oh, look, he's gonna wait for us. Like, we're right here, and he sees us, but he's not gonna attack us. Okay. Like, we were in his hitbox pretty much already, and he wasn't attacking us. So, dodge that, Belby. The cool thing about him is he is pretty much the exact same as he is in... He is pretty much the exact same as he is in normal mode. The only difference is he has less health and he does less damage. So all of his abilities are pretty much the exact same. He's got his Orb of Destruction, he has his Slam, which is that there. And on his third Slam, he'll actually break the bridge. So after he starts to channel his third Slam, you want to make sure you run it. He's got his Fell Beam, which all you have to do is stay on the other side of the bridge from the Fell Beam and you can buy it. It's really simple. And the Orb of Destruction, if you're targeted by Orb of Destruction... Okay, well, I already... Alright, that was his second Slam. So one more Slam and we have to run. Alright, I've got 2 stacks now. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh, that's Orb of Destruction. Oh, my heart sank for a second. Oh my goodness. Dodge attack. Alright, I feel like his Slam is coming really soon. I'm so paranoid. Yep, Slam, there it is. Okay. Ah! Oh shit, we lost DPS. Oh no. No, they stood in stupid. How can you stand in stupid? Alright, I'm gonna taunt now. Fine. I don't have the debuff anymore. I might as well just taunt them. Take it. I don't have anything to worry about. This shit's easy. I just need to make sure that I keep taunting so that the Demon Hunter doesn't taunt back off of me. And, okay, there's the Slam. That's another thing I haven't been doing exactly that I should be doing. When he uses his Slam, one of each of the tanks needs to be under one of the fists. So, I mean, I was just kind of standing there, and I should have been underneath where his fist is, like where his fist is going to land, because it reduces the damage that your raid takes. All right, so for that move he just used there, what you want is you want your DPS, ranged and melee, and preferably like maybe a healer or two, to step in those little swirly spots of the fire, because what that does is that stops adding. If the bolts of fire or the drops of fire actually hit the ground, oh, that was the second Slam, third Slam, break the bridge. If those drops of fire actually hit the ground, they summon an ad, and the ad just kind of sit in one spot and channel and attack fire. There's Slam. There's Slam. We still lost people. Are you kidding me? It's so obvious to dodge. Alright. I'm going to stand right here because this is where the Slam is. And I want to ready for it. I don't fuck anybody over. Actually, he's going to use Fell Beam. Well, Slam first. Okay. I thought for sure he'd Fell Beam first. Slam? Or is he Fell Beaming? I didn't see the Slam come out. I just saw the spot for Slam. Beware. Alright, I'm in this one. Let's get that one. Let's get that one. Alright, see that one spot? Okay, actually, consider it. Never mind. Well, alright, I'm a little worried that we might actually not have the DPS we need. Alright, here comes his second Slam, technically, but I didn't see it. Crack? Bridge is not cracked. Why isn't he slamming? Here's an Orb of Destruction. Here's another Fell Beam. I'm actually scared. I think I might need to run away from this next slam. But I don't see a crack on the bridge. Fuck it, I'm not gonna run. I'm going to be dead before it next. Alright, here comes another Orb of Destruction. And he is dead. Bye-bye, Croesus. He was an easy fight, and that guide will actually, like me talking, everything I said, will actually work in normal mode. He is the same on LFR as he is in normal mode. Alright, let me roll the dice. Artifact power. Alright, whatever. I'll take it, actually. You know, generally I would have been disappointed for artifact power, but I've gotten to the point where my artifact knowledge is so high that getting artifact power actually kind of makes me happy. Alright. So we are going to come up here, and there's only one boss left. She's kind of a bitch, but she's easy enough to kill. Alright, let me just stag form. There's going to be like a little teleporty thing up here. Do we have to clear that trash? I think we have to clear that trash. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I didn't notice that he messaged me and asked me if I needed that. But yeah, I definitely need that item. That was a major upgrade over what I had. I had a 645, so I had an 845. So to get an 865, that is a major. Not to mention the fact that this actually goes to set, which is pretty cool. I think maybe not a vintage Surama or something. Yeah, they don't go together. Okay. But with this, my item level is 842. So, I mean, I'm not that high as far as my druid goes. But considering the fact that I'm playing catch-up with my druid to try and get my druid as geared as my demon hunter is, specifically so I can tank mythics and, you know, normals and heroics. I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I am rather happy with where I am at as quickly as I've gotten here. Because this was my third level 110 leveled up. So for her to be as good as she is, like as geared as she is already, it's something to be happy with. What the hell is wrong with this bitch here? Why is she not following us? There we go. Thank you. Alright. All we gotta do now is just down the trash here, and then we have to fight the boss 3 times. She has 3 different phases. Each phase has its own health. So what you have to do is you have to completely deplete the health once. She jumps through time and brings out a different time version of herself. Completely deplete her health again. She does the same thing, and then you deplete her health 1 more time. She's not that hard, but she's kind of annoying. I guess it's a DPS race, is the way to put it. It's a very mechanic-based thing. She has so many moves, I couldn't even tell you. Honestly, I couldn't. Kill the healer! So I have 1 more extra roll, and I really don't think I want to use it. No, because she has a chance to drop that same... Oh no, that's increased damage by 3%. So this is actually good. But I'd risk running getting that shitty helmet, and I'd risk running getting that fucking bullshit. I'd rather use it on another boss. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're all kind of...
The threads of fate that
They're all
led you
kind
to
of
this
shit.
place.
I'm not gonna lie.
Your desperate attempt to stop
Neck.
the Legion.
And
My people faced a similar dilemma.
I have something that's equivalent. I have the same boots, actually. That's alright. Triliax drops a life artifact relic, a blood artifact relic, a way better. No, it's only slightly better cape. The chest is worse, and the waist is just a tiny bit better. Spellbinder drops a helmet, hands, and a ring.
To waste away without its energy sustain us.
High botanist to
So
drop.
was struck.
The legs are nice.
Now I see a future where the Legion is
The
victorious.
feet
and
are
my
slightly
people
better, and the
endure.
ring is
This is
way
the
better.
thread that must be preserved. I will do everything.
I
in my
might
power
actually,
to
I
make
might
it
run the
so.
risk here, and I might try to loot her
Your
instead and
deaths
see what I get.
ensure the future of the Nightborn. Come forward, then. Let us speed you towards your fate.
Because I don't think normal mode's item level is that much better than looking for raids. In all honesty, I think it's only a couple points. 15. Damn. That's actually a lot of points.
End here.
Be nice to get another legendary. My item level is kind of screwed up. Alright, so these things here, they create, these guys here create like little bubble shields, and I'm about to like I said, she's not actually all that tough. She goes down fairly easy. The only thing that's a little bit agitating about her is the fact that she has so many health bars, and each time you defeat her, she gets more difficult. She gets new abilities, and it just adds more to the fight. So, I guess in a way it is a DPS race, because your healers are going to be running out of mana. You know, people have probably already popped their best cooldowns. It gives you, I mean, I guess it gives you some time to get your stuff back at the same time. But it's definitely a DPS race. And then there's the fact that you gotta kind of feel like a dick because you're killing her and all she's trying to do is help her people. You know, she's like, my people would have been killed if we didn't join the Legion. I searched for a fate where we didn't have to serve them, but none existed unless except for my people dying. I found a fate where my people could survive if I cut a deal with the Legion, and I did. And I mean, I can understand where she's coming from, you know. I mean, these, what are they called? The Nightfallen elves, they're just trying to survive. They didn't do what they did to be bad people. They did what they did to not be murdered. Beware. And it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, the second we showed up, they should have been like, you know, I mean, I understand you guys have a chance at defeating the Legion. We'll rise up with you and we'll fight them. But I mean, at the same time, I guess I can understand why she wouldn't want to, because she's concerned that he would fail and her people would die anyway. I mean, it's just this whole, like, huge diplomatic thing. And, I mean, I try to look at it like diplomatic. Like, we're murdering people. We're basically murdering people because they're serving the bad guys. I mean, we do that in real life, though, so. I don't know. I'm rambling. But it's more like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I understand where her and her people are coming from, you know? They're not doing what they're doing to conquer the world. They're not doing what they're doing to be evil. They're doing what they're doing because they felt they had to. So, in a way, I kind of feel like a dick for killing them all because I know that this wasn't entirely their choice. She's still kind of a bitch, though. Guys, don't follow me. The tank should have taunted there, but they didn't. I was moving away so you idiots didn't explode. Explode! I guess it's LFR though, so alright, I have it again. Oh, come the fuck on. Taunt when I'm gonna blow up, please. That's the only thing I ask. And run away when you're gonna blow up. I mean, duh. If you're gonna do Raid Finder, learn the fucking mechanics so that you can do the real raid. Alright, I have it again. Kablooshki! Alright. Look at the way I'm frozen. Oh.
Beware.
That's kind of cool. I wish I had time to screenshot that, but by the time I zoomed it in and I got it where I wanted it. Alright, I'm just going to taunt off you because you literally get the explosion and you just kind of sit there in rage. And that's asinine. Alright, I have it. No, I don't. Oh, someone else already interrupted it. Well, the fuck are you? No, actually, good job. When they're doing their job, they're interrupting. It's a good thing. At least they know that they need to interrupt. You know, it's one of those things where at least it's happening. At least it's not just okay. Well, we're all dead now because nobody fucking interrupted. I'm going to assume that he has threat and he's getting that explosive pulse thingy and just kind of standing there like a jackass. So I'm going to taunt him. I'm also keeping my fingers crossed that maybe I get another legendary, because if I get another legendary, I can equip it, replace my helmet that I have equipped, and I can fucking, I can equip my good helmet. I know I already said that, but that's one of the things I've been keeping my fingers crossed for. So you guys watching at home, you know, keep your fingers crossed for me. I really need a new legendary. I mean, I'll take a ring. I would prefer a ring, or I mean, I have a low pair of pants, right? 30. They're not great. Fucking they're trinket. Ring. My wrists aren't bad, actually. I was working on getting tired. Use a neck, a legendary neck would be great. She's dead. Sorry. Again, I didn't kill you to be a dick. I killed you to kill you because, you know, you were in the way. Alright. Loot, 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 loot. Artifact power. Fuck! Alright, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!